think it would be prudent to get out of here. It pains me to say this, but we're taking him too.
Are you sure?
The Inquisition will want to plunder his brain.
It is as if this place is coming to an end.
We don't want to be here when that happens.
Eisenhorn? For pity's sake, you there? Are you there? Conditions are worsening. 3 ships just left, moving right past me. I cannot stay here much longer. Respond! Please, respond!
We have to get out of here. We have to get the hell out of here.
Tell Elizabeth I agree with that.
The echoes, delays, and dislocations were catching up with themselves. The wrongness was righting itself, and I thought, with irony, that made things no better for us. Weeks before, as we departed Damask, I had sent my request for assistance to Gudrun via Loink, astropathically. I had outlined as much of the situation as possible, and hoped the Lord Militant would send a military expedition to support me. My hopes were not in vain. How goes the uprising?
Well enough, Inquisitor. We understand the Lord Militant has declared the Helican Schism over and quashed, though pacification wars are still raging across Thracian.
Losses?
Considerable. Mainly to the population and materials of the world affected, though some fleet and guard units have taken a beating. Lord Glaw's treason has cost the Imperium dear.
Glaw's treason has cost him his life. His body rots on a nameless world in the system behind us.
Your master will be pleased.
We have read your preliminary report, Brother Eisenhorn. Quite a tale it is. You pursued Glaw's heretic fleet to this Emperor-forsaken outer world, certain that they planned to trade with the Xenos breed, an item whose very nature would threaten the safety and sanctity of our society.
Indeed, Lord Brother. The aliens possessed a single copy of a profane and forbidden work we know as the Necrotooth.
Is that confirmed, Brother Eisenhorn?
Lord, it is. I saw it with my own eyes and felt its evil. The Saruthi came upon a lost copy thousands of years ago and agreed to exchange it with the Glaw Cabal for certain artifacts of their own culture.
Preposterous! The Necrotooth is a myth, and a wretched one at that. These twisted alien filth have fabricated this as a lure for the gullible heretics.
It has always been plain that the stakes in this matter have been astonishingly high. Though I am shocked by Brother Gregor's news, I'm not surprised. Only an icon as potent as the Necrotooth could have set this bloodshed in motion.
But the Necrotooth... such a thing...
Were they successful, Brother Eisenhorn?
No, Lord Brother, they were not. The aliens were driven off, and most of the heretics' advance guard, including Lord Glaw and Mandragore, a blasphemous child of the Emperor allied to his cause, was slain.
Some heretics escaped your purge.
2 key conspirators, brother. The trader Gorgon Locke, who I believe was instrumental in forging the original contact between the Saruthi and Glaw's Cabal, and an ecclesiarch named Datso, who I would see as the spiritual force behind their enterprise. They fled from the fight, rejoining the waiting elements of their fleet, and left this system.
Destination?
It is still being plotted, Lord Brother.
Even if they're running, we cannot permit them to escape. They must be hounded down and annihilated. No one has asked the most important question of our heroic brother Eisenhorn. What happened to the Necrotooth?
I did what any of us would have done, Brother Molitor. I burned it.
Emperor, save us.
Enough! State your objection, Brother Molitor, quickly and simply.
Eisenhorn must suffer our sternest censure for this act of vandalism. The Necrotooth may be a foul and prescribed work, but we are the Inquisition, Lord. By what right did he simply destroy it? The contents of the Necrotooth might have given us insight into the arch-enemy of mankind. Incalculable insight. Eisenhorn has disgraced the very heart of our sacred Inquisition.
Brother Schoengard.
My lord, I agree. It was a desperate and rash action by Eisenhorn. I may applaud his rigorous effort in thwarting Glor and his conspirators, but this erasure of occult law earned only my opprobrium.
Brother Volk, what's it?
Is this a court, my lord? Am I on trial?
No, brother, you are not. But the magnitude of your actions must be analyzed and considered. Brother Volk?
Eisenhorn was right. The Necrotooth was an abomination. It would have been heresy to permit its continued existence.
Brother Endor.
Gregor Eisenhorn has my full support. From your moaning, Molitor, I wonder what kind of man I'm listening to. A radical, certainly. An inquisitor, I have my doubts.
You knave! You horse and bastard knave! How dare you!
Very easily. What secrets did you both think we could learn? Except perhaps how to pollute our minds and boil away our sanity. The Necrotooth has been forbidden since before our foundation. We need not know what's in it to accept that prohibition. Tell me, do you need to actually contract Ulrin's pox yourself to know that it is fatal?
The objections of my brothers are noted. I myself commend Eisenhorn. Given the extremity of his situation, he made the best decision.
Thank you, my lord.
Let us retire now and consider this matter. I want to hear proposals for our next course of action in 4 hours.
It didn't take long for the astronavigators to finish plotting the course of the heretic fleet. They were going to 56 Izar, a system deep in the heart of Saruthi territory. I decided to see if we could learn more from our captive, Malahite.
Sorry, sir. This area is off limits.
What? Don't be absurd.
By order of the Inquisition, none may pass.
Stand aside.
Yes, Inquisitor.
servo skulls can't keep them quiet. Might need some help.
Another Inquisitor?
Throne of Terror, he's dead! What in the name of the Emperor is going on here?
I was concerned for your health, brother. The injuries you have suffered, your fatigue. Malahide had to be interrogated with all speed, and thought I would ease your burden by commencing the,
Molitor! Malahide is my prisoner.
Please, Inquisitor Eisenhorn. This is an unfortunate mistake. We will make reparations. Put away your weapon.
Every inch of skin had been peeled from his body. Whatever secrets they'd torn from him, they wouldn't divulge to me. Malahide's corpse was placed in a stasis field. Lord Rorken demanded an auto-seance be performed forthwith. I lead, but with Volk's help, and Loink channeling the astropathic choir. Malahide. Malahide. Come to us.
Malahide, in the Emperor's name we command you.
I am here. See what we have dug up.
Will you cooperate?
I have not time. I must work.
You have plenty of time.
Do you know where we are? This is a fringe world. I forget the name. I discovered something of great import here.
It is of later events that we wish to speak.
This is where it begins. Glor will recruit me for this.
Where will it lead? Tell us of the Saruthi.
You can offer me nothing. I am dead.
We can save you from the fate doomed to you by the House of Glor.
The Saruthi. They had an empire, you know. Its history is related on these octagonal tiles. It was old and spanned 40 worlds when humans fleeing persecution on Terra unwittingly delivered them the Necrotooth. It warped them, infected their culture like a pathogen. Madness and civil war tore their civilization apart.
They are corrupted as a species.
There is no saving them, Inquisitor. Unlike the other harmless Xenos your ignorant order detests, the Saruthi truly are an abomination, a chaos breed.
And their resources? Their military capability?
I have no idea. They abandoned spaceship technology centuries ago. The Necrotooth corruption made their technology redundant. They can undo the angles of space and time, slip between dimensions, and construct temporary four-dimensional environments.
Like the one where the trade is to take place?
Yes. They built the Tetrascape inside KCX-1288, specifically for us.
How was the deal arranged?
It is getting dark.
We have only so much time to save your soul. How was the deal arranged?
Locke, the rogue trader, he made contact with them. They agreed to trade in exchange for the return of artifacts and treasures from worlds they had abandoned and no longer had access to.
But the Necrotooth must have been precious to them.
It was in their souls, in their minds, woven into their genetic code by them. The book itself was incidental.
Eisenhorn, something is not quite right here.
But the Necrotooth is destroyed. The trade prevented, and House Glor is shattered and defeated. So why are Locke and Datso leading their fleet into Saruthi territory?
Do you not feel the cold?
What are they doing?
Repairing the damage you've done. Their masters will not be happy.
The children of the Emperor?
Yes. They could not achieve their aims without that help, and now the children of the Emperor will be most displeased.
How does one placate the damned?
By obtaining another Necrotooth.
Well done. Brains at last.
The Saruthi happily traded back their human copy because they had their own.
Bravo, Inquisitor.
Eisenhorn, the sky!
Now, are you men of your word? Can you save me from damnation?
Eisenhorn!
Get help! This chaos spawn must be purged! Chaos filth, there is no sanctuary here! You cannot escape me, abomination! By the Golden Throne, I will commit you to the Abyss. Together, brother, let us purge this blasphemy. Malahite cared naught for his soul. He wanted only revenge. And to hold us there long enough to unleash its instrument, the blighted spawn of chaos. Loink had not the strength for the astropathic rite, but his knowledge of my abilities had thrust that duty upon him. For this he died. That not more were killed is a miracle. I spent most of the 10-week journey recovering from the psychic exertion and wounds inflicted by that terrible episode. The others trained relentlessly in anticipation of the horrors awaiting us on 56 Izar. The war had already begun. The heretic fleet had arrived 2 days ahead of us and begun its assault of the planet. Their 13 ships had blockaded 56 Izar and sent 2 heavy destroyers to intercept us the moment we exited the warp. The Emperor's hammer and will of iron met them head-on. Explosions lit the void as the 2 fleets closed to short-range fighting. A blizzard of dropships launched from our side. Most of the dropships were the grey landing boats of the Imperial Guard, jets firing as they hammered down into the cloudy atmosphere of 56 Izar. But scattered among them were a handful of scarab black landing craft and drop pods of the Death Watch chapter. The counter-invasion had begun. Within the first hour, we managed to land 100,000 Mirepoix light elite infantry on the surface. Almost half of the motorized armored brigades. Behind the main landing force came the inquisitorial squads. I had control of one. The others were led by Endor, Shongard, Molitor, and Lord Inquisitor Rorken himself.
3 seconds to impact. Touchdown.
Jareth, take point.
For the Emperor!
My own forces. You gone, heretic. Purge 2, deploying on surface at chart mark 7.
Understood, Purge 2. Purge 1 and Purge 4 report safe landing and deployment.
Jerris's Gudronite conscripts had been forged into soldiers on the alien anvil of KCX-1288. Bequin had also been transmuted by experience in the months since I first met her on Hubris. A hard, serious woman had replaced the scatty, selfish pleasure girl from the Sundome. I will clear a path to minimize casualties. Still. Advance to the edifice.
More heretics, Lord! They keep coming! Brother Eisenhorn! The edifice is clear!
In the name of the Emperor, advance! There were no doors or entrances, and those who had come before us had tried to blast their way through the lustrous surface. Squad, the trials we've been through may be as naught compared to the blasphemies that lie waiting within this Xenos structure. But the Imperium depends on us. If the children of the Emperor attain the nectarine, there will be little to go back to. Think to your training and gird yourselves. May the Imperium prevail! Into the gate! It was warm, and the smell of licorice was pungent and intense. Sounds echoed around the alien structure from no discernible source. The odd sense of space and time being undone was ever present, as with all of the Saruthi artifacts we'd encountered.
Sir, there's no way forward.
Stay close, and keep your wits about you. I could detect a psychic resonance from this strange Saruthi technology. We exited the Tetragate, but the Gudrunites did not. Who knows in what alien location they found themselves stranded. The sense of dislocation was all pervasive. It seemed as though sights and sounds of other times and places leaked through these alien Saruthi angles. Coupled with the intense humidity, the effect was deeply oppressive. These structures bear a similarity to those we saw earlier, though devoid of any kind of charge. It seemed as though we'd entered some kind of ornamental garden.
Brother Eisenhorn, how goes the attack?
Heretic supply pods. Keep an eye out for more of these. They may be useful. Where's that figure going? Why does it look so familiar?
That's me. Don't shoot.
Still.
They are killer.
Back.
God Emperor, save us. Your putrid
no. Please, by the Golden Throne, no.
Purge 2. This is Purge 2. The children of the Emperor are here. Emperor's blessing, the titanic form of a Death Watch space marine appeared. Were it not for his timely intervention, I would surely have been dead. Seeing ourselves like some strange reflection? Signs of branding on their faces. Chaos marks burned into the skin by evil rather than heat. Admiral Spatian had hoped that some of the heretic forces, especially the Gudrunite Imperial Guard, might yet be restored to the Imperial cause. Like Jarrus and his men, most had been unwilling pawns caught up in Estron's treason, and the fleet tacticians had presented models of victory wherein Locke and Datso found the bulk of their ground forces turning against them. Such a hope was dashed. The minds of these good men had been burned away and poisoned by chaos. The heretics had enforced the loyalty of their stolen armies.
Eisenhorn, you have entered the wrong edifice.
What happened here, Haldane?
A battle. We came upon it as it was raging. When Inquisitor Endor saw this wretch, he drove us into the fight to reach him. It was a blur after that.
Where's Endor?
Gone. Gone after Locke.
Which way? Does Locke have the Necrotuch? The Saruthi Necrotuch, I mean.
No. But he has the primer.
The what?
That's who got it out of this thing somehow. A language primer. A translation tool. Without it, the Saruthi version of the text is unreadable to us.
How?
With his mind. Can't you feel the afterburn of the psychic effort? A polyhedron. Irregular. Small. Made of pearl. It seemed to me it just came out of the block into his hands. Materialized. I saw it happen as I fought my way to them. But the effort destroyed his mind. Endor cut him down. He hadn't the strength to resist.
How do you know it was this primer?
I read it in his dying mind. Like I said, there's no resistance left there. See for yourself. Where are you going, Inquisitor?
After Locke and Endor. To do what I can. This is Purge 2. We have the Necrotuch primer, and are in pursuit of Locke. This is Purge 2. Titus, do you read me? Titus! 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 It's Eisenhorn. Do you read?
For the love of the Emperor! I need help!
Xenos Necrotuch. The chamber stank with its evil. The licorice smell so rich and cloying it made us gag. This was not Saruthi handiwork, but a touch of pure chaos spawned by the Necrotuch, infecting the Xenos fabric of its sanctum. Titus!
Gregor! There were too many of them, Gregor. I was ambushed.
Don't move, Titus. We'll get you out of here.
Locke is just beyond these heretics.
You will beg before you perish, scum!
Come, Eisenhorn, is your face not dead enough yet? Your precious Emperor has forsaken you, Eisenhorn.
Gone, heretic. Think before you perish.
Savor the next cut. It's the last. No!
The last of his rats have fled. So perish all heretics, eh?
So perish all heretics indeed. Turn him so he can see me. Such valor, Gregor. Such dedication. I thought you'd be the one to find the prize. Let him speak.
What are you doing, Molitor?
Recovering the priceless Necrotuke, of course. We really can't have you destroying another copy now, can we? We? There are many who believe mankind will benefit more from the study of this artifact than from its destruction. I have come to safeguard those interests.
Rorken will never allow... You will burn for...
My estimable Lord Brother Rorken will never know. Feel how this place quakes. See how the roof splinters and collapses. 10 minutes ago, I signaled to the fleet that the primary objective was achieved. I gave the code for Sanction Extremis. They believe the Necrotuke had been found and safely disposed of. Our forces are withdrawing. With all haste, the batteries of the fleet have begun to level these Xenos places. No one will know that the divine Necrotuke has been carried off safely. Not a shred of evidence, nor any voice of dissent. How brave of you to give your life in the assault on 56 Izar. Your name will be remembered on the roll of honor, I assure you. I'll see to that myself.
Bastard!
Fetch it for me. We would be well to leave promptly.
It is useless.
What?
Unreadable. Locked within an impenetrable Xenos language code.
No. Impossible. Break the code.
Would that I could. It is beyond even my ability.
There must be a means of translation.
He has a primer. The only primer. He's trying not to think about it. But I can see it in his mind. Look in his coat pocket.
Devious to the last, Gregor. You whoreson wretch.
Obaravath!
Code words. Trigger words. The pair of servants who'd remained by his side sprang forward, their robes shedding away. Arco-flagellants. Heretics reprogrammed and rebuilt with augmetics and bionics to serve as murderous slaves. The trigger words woke them from their calming states of bliss and plunged them into maniacal rages.
Kill them! Kill them!
Eisenhorn! Eisenhorn!
Stay at my side.
We're gonna die!
Elizabeth, come back!
Oh my god, my god! We've got to escape!
Stay close to me! Watch out!
We've got to escape!
The primer, you whoreson bastard! Give me the primer!
I gave him a full clip of bolt rounds instead.
I would like the primer now, please, Gregor.
What are you?
This is no place for introductions.
Humor me.
Very well. My name is Cherubel. Now, that primer. Time is ticking away.
Time will always tick away. Who made you?
Make me?
You're a demon host. A conjured thing. Tell me who made you and who commanded you and Molitor to come after this prize. I might.
Let us both be abundantly clear about this, Gregor. You will give me the primer. Either you will hand me the primer now, or I will come over to you and take it. And break every bone in your body, and break that girl at your side, and break every bone in her body too. And then drag your jiggling carcasses down into the chamber below, and string you both up on the hooks, and burn out your agony centers as I wait for the bombardment to flatten the flames. Your choice.
You've been in my dreams for a long while. Why is that?
You are gifted, Gregor. And time is not the arrow that humans like to think it is. A second in the warp would show you that. Why, a second in the four-dimensional habitats of the Saruthi should have proved it too. Your dreams were just nightmares of something yet to happen.
Who made you?
The Holy Inquisition made me, Gregor. A brother of yours made me. Give me that. Clever of you to find an untouchable to cancel me out. How did you manage that?
Fate, like time, is not linear, Cherubel. Surely you know that. I found Bequin in the same way that the dreams of you found me.
I like you, Gregor Eisenhorn. So very challenging and stimulating for a human. I wish we had leisure to discourse and break bread. Give me the primer. man of singular dedication, Gregor. I would have enjoyed killing you when the day and hour came. You're dead already. This edifice is 240 seconds away from destruction. Cherish this. You've won. Take that consolation to the afterlife.
Roast dawn from Aegis. Above and, well, above, for Emperor's sake. Damn this glossier crap. Move!
40 weeks of voyage through the Immaterium had dulled our sense of victory. The fleet dispersed at Thracian Primaris, and the last I saw of Sergeant Jerus was a waving hand across a smoky, beery bar. Lord Rorken had called for a tribunal of inquiry, and the High Lords of Terror were awaiting a full account of the matter. The identity of the force behind Molitor and his demon host remained a mystery. And though Lord Rorken was as anxious as myself to find an answer, I doubted any would readily emerge. The question might fester and stagnate unanswered in the slow, unwieldy bureaucracy of the Inquisition for years. I would not allow that. As soon as I was free to engage upon another case, I would dedicate myself to finding Cherubel's master. The beloved rule of man had come close to great calamity thanks to his scheming. I would not forget the Saruthi. They were an object lesson, if any were truly needed, of how an entire advanced culture might be consumed by chaos. Cherubel still haunted my dreams, after echoes or ripples of the future. I came to understand that time changes everything, and the line between light and dark is dimmer to old eyes. Are the people who lived in the past the same as those who live now? Am I the same? Come, Cherubel.